Hi everybody, here's a recap to today's Create Your Own Zentangle lesson. Here's the assignment in Google Classroom. Of course, you're going to use either the template or create your own design. You must use different types of line to fill in each area of your drawing. You must fill in 90% of your drawing. Yes, that does include the background with different types of line patterns. You must also use at least 4 different types of line patterns, and you can repeat them. When you are complete, attach a photo or your file to the assignment and submit. The PDF you see there on the bottom, remember PDF starts with P, that's for printing, and the JPG, that's for importing into a paint program. And yes, you can do this assignment on paper or digitally, your choice. All right, now, if you're choosing to take an image or my template from the assignment here and do it in one of the paint programs, I'm going to show you how to do that first. So you're going to take this one, the JPEG, you're going to click on it. You're going to get this screen that says Line Zentangle. Open it in a new window. Excuse me while everything just kind of catches up. Once it opens in a new window, up the top here, you're going to see a little arrow pointing down. That's where you're going to press to download that. And of course, now down the bottom, you're going to see that it has saved to somewhere on your device. It will probably be in the downloads. Once it is downloaded, then you can put it in any paint program you choose. Now, this would be the same, say, for example, you were going over to Google. So let's go to Google. And maybe you're looking for a coloring book page. Let's look for Among Us coloring pages. There we go. Comes right up. Going to choose the images. And there we go. We've got tons of Among Us coloring pages that you can choose from. Once you pick the one you want, you're going to right-click, Save Image As, and then, of course, you save it to wherever you would like on your device. All right, so here I am over in Sketchpad. I keep popping up. I don't want to pop up, so away I go. Now, to get that worksheet into your Sketchpad program, remember, you're going to click on the happy face here that says Clip Art. Load your own image, and then find it wherever you have it saved. I have it saved as Zentangle. I'm going to open it up, and of course, there you go. Now that you have your worksheet imported into Sketchpad, you can go ahead and select the tools that you would like to use to start creating your line patterns. Alrighty, you've got all of your different paint tools. You've got a straight line tool for doing straight lines, all different kinds of paintbrushes. We even had the stamp tool. Don't forget you can also bucket fill. Make sure it says pixel fill. Maybe you want to bucket fill something with a color before you start drawing on that section. So say, for example, I wanted to do some straight lines. Let's go with a color. Let's try blue. Make it a little bit fatter. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and use that line tool, and I can now create some zigzag lines across my colored space. Pretty awesome. Now the next thing I'm going to show you, like I showed you in class, is that stamp tool. I was playing around with that today. The stamp tool, if you go right underneath it, you're going to pick out what kind of stamp you'd like to use. And I've been using that leaf kind of shape. Let me change the color to something different. And by just using that stamp tool and dragging it, you can get all kinds of cool different patterns. And you can just stamp it once or twice and get something a little different. Don't forget, you could do bucket filling if you want to make those things that you've just stamped stand out. Now, don't forget, when you're using a sketch pad, you got to do one of a couple things. You either need to export your work as a PDF, right there, save as a PDF or a JPG, right there, so that you can attach it to the Google Classroom assignments. Or you're going to go to settings and set it to store in your Google Drive automatically. And then you would find out wherever it's stored in your Google Drive and attach your file to the assignment. Remember, do not give me this link here. This is just a link to Sketchpad. This will just take me here and not show me your work. All right, so do make sure that when you're all finished, and yes, remember, we're looking for 90% completion. Once you're done, you attach it to your assignment in Google Classroom. Going over to Sumo Paint. Sumo Paint is very similar. Once you have that worksheet, let me get rid of me, saved, you're going to go open from your computer, look for wherever it's saved, and there it is. And of course, Sumo Paint also has some tools that you can use. We've got the line tool, we've got the bucket fill tool. Need bucket fill first. There we go. And now I'm going to use that line tool to create some maybe zigzag lines. Oh, I got to hit OK so that it changes color. Click and hold, and you can create your straight lines. Click and hold, click and hold, click and hold while you drag to create your lines. Now, as I've said before, it also has that bendy line tool that I really like to use. Click on the middle and just bend it up. Make your straight line. Click on the middle and bend. I really like using this bendy line tool. It's kind of fun. And also, you can use any one of these shape tools to add a line of different shapes in your zentangle. Now with Sumo Paint, it's important to remember when you're all finished, you save to my computer, right there, save it to your computer, and then attach that file to the assignment in Google Classroom, and then hit submit. All right, now I'm going to go on over to my demo cam and show you some of the things again that I did in class using just paper and pencil. Now, of course, here was my little cat design that I created, and don't forget, I made that outline a lot thicker than my other things so that it could stand out. And yes, 90% completion, you're looking at it right here. Got some blank spots, yes, but most of it is all totally filled. Now, if you want to use whatever materials you like and you want to use color, I totally support that. And yes, you can use zentangles in the letters. So if you do enjoy doing some letters, don't forget, do your background as well. Just wanted to show you that, yes, you can use zentangles in letters. Here, I printed out a sneaker coloring book page from that Google there, and I was using that coloring book page as the start for my zentangle. So I could certainly fill in each area with a different type of line as I went along. And then, yes, I can section off the background, and I can totally start doing some cool line designs in the background. Now, the one thing I will suggest, if you're going to do a zentangle on a printed copy like this, just go ahead around the outside of your picture here and darken up that outline just so that your design doesn't get lost in what you're doing all around it. And then, yes, again, here is that template that I told you you could print out and use. Here's a copy of that. And of course, you would fill in each section using different types of line patterns. Now remember, you got to use at least 4 different types of line patterns. And you might say to me, Mrs. Swistak, I'm running out of some ideas. All right, so here I will say for you to go over here to Google and type in the word Zentangle patterns and check out the amount of resource that you can get to look at in case you're at a loss as to what exactly can you do as different types of patterns for your Zentangle. And lastly, here is the website, mymodernmet.com/zentangle-fantasy-art, MAAHYART/. This is our artist that we looked at today called Mahi Abdul, who is our 18-year-old artist from the Maldives who's creating these really super cool, colorful patterned Zentangles. Great, great website to take a look at to get just a little bit of inspiration about what you too can do with Zentangles. And once again, please make sure that whatever you're doing, whichever way you choose to do it, whether it's on paper and pencil and you take a picture of it, or if it's a file that you're saving, you attach it to the assignment in Google Classroom and submit it that way. Of course, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out and ask me. Have a great day.